Last year, we did some research in about 6 countries on child participation, and we wanted to see whether child participation is finding space in the SDG and the Agenda 2063 for Africa. And it was during COVID, so we had a very limited time to be able to do the ethical review. And there are countries that we just did not know. I mean, the timing, how Kenya will do it. We work with the Daystar here. They can be very fast. You know, in a month you can get your document having reviewed it. If you go to Central African Republic, I don't know whether they even have a structure. Maybe you've done work there. So how can we have a situation where you can fast track this? And we did agree as a team meeting in South Africa, in that meeting, that we needed to have a next meeting. We agreed actually in Cape Town. It's not happened yet. But can we create a center for clearing research at the AU level? That once you are cleared there, you can do it in any country. I think for me that would be my call.
What would be the call to action is more collaboration, because it's for NGOs to seek out research institutions or universities. You know, NGO X can reach out to Dr. Cherui at Daystar University and you put together a proposal. And I like what Chichi said, Dr. Chichi said yesterday during the afternoon presentation. She talked about their collaborative approach to the program that she presented, that it was them as a research institution, there were practitioners involved, there was probably another NGO doing the mobilization, and that then becomes a very strong proposal. And that is what I was talking about, you know, equitable collaboration, that you're coming together at the table but with equal power, because sometimes what we see with collaboration as it's not an equitable partnership, it's not an equal partnership. There's one person with a louder voice, with more power than the other. But if we can have these collaborative approaches to seeking grant proposals, and I believe even that is also a way to get to policymakers to hear what we are producing. Because if you have a policy brief or whatever developed in such a collaborative approach, then it gives a lot of strength to the policymakers to listen to what you're saying. And maybe I think the right word is to move away from this siloed approach of operating. Yeah, to move away from, I'm an NGO, I do programs, I'm a university, I teach, or to move away from this siloed approach and to have more connectivity in the way we work.
I want to just share 2 COPs, the community of practice, which were formed after my initial finding in 2015. We formed 4 implementing partners who are funded by CDC, basically from the community, for scientific writing workshops, which we do on a quarterly basis, regionally, because we support the whole of Kenya, with core focus on government. But really, people come and they look for the per diem. That's the unfortunate thing. But a few concentrate on coming home with their data and progressing their products to something which can be published. That's 1. 2, we have what we call IPNET, which is the Infection Prevention Network Conference, which happens each year. Initially the products were like the way I'm hearing from the team, but CDC came in, the lab, because it's more of infection prevention is about the lab. Our lab team came together, and we have got that annual conference, and CDC supports in the abstract writing trainings, and supporting and even allocating mentors from the industry, from the partners we work with, and even from the government, to be able now to capacity build even health facility staff to be able now to come up with product. Over the last 3 years I have participated in that. We have seen a very market improvement in terms of 1, number of products submitted, and 2, the quality improving significantly. So the call to have the community of practice is the honors of us to start. How can we be able to start that? And